Hi everyone, welcome back. I am making another vessel, so I'm doing yet another Roxy's Journal of Stitchery Volume 5 vessel. I've got the outside done, but I wanted to show you my inside, and I found this beautiful wool in my stash that I think I must have had it for, gosh, 20 years at least, sitting in a bag that has come with me through many house moves, and I just hadn't used it, and it's a beautiful wool. It's really, I just loved it when I found it, and there you go. Why do we do this to ourselves? We should use the things that we have. Okay, so I have done some machine stitching. Just looking for, I think this one, oh that'll do. Just for speed, because now that I'm popping up to Robertson next week, I thought, oh, I want to finish a few things so they're on the go. So just before I start that, I am going to show you, I finally finished my little very, very scrappy crochet bag, crochet hook holder, and I'm just finishing off. It is honestly the most scrappiest thing I've ever made. I don't mind. I've got to cut all these little bits off. I've got to trim up some parts. It's apologies to anyone who doesn't like mess, because you'll absolutely hate this. But I love it, and it's just a creative process. Get my fabric scissors. Oh no, that's okay, I'll do it. This is my finishing off. So I did end up, if you saw the episode where I had cut it out and was showing you what was behind the scenes on my desk, that I was wondering whether or not I was going to actually put the crochet hooks inside little tunnels, and I did decide to do little tunnels because I thought it's just easier. Oh, I just made a total mess on my woolen mat. It's just easier than having them all loose, because when they're all loose, you've got to rifle through them, and I just didn't want to do that. This ended up being a bit shorter, as if you saw, so I am going to cut down here. I'll do that with the scissors when I get out in the other room. But I have enjoyed it. It's been great fun, and there's something a little bit naughty about making it totally messy. So I've gone up and down on this wraparound piece a few times, and this is how it is. I haven't got any bigger than a 10, so that'll be for my 10. Then the next size down is a 8. Then I've got a 7, and I've accidentally somehow got 2 6s. Don't know how that happened. And I noticed that the smaller ones are a bit shorter, so what I've done is, I don't know if you can see, stitched a little line across here. So the shorter ones, I'll just leave a gap there because I sort of only went halfway across. You can still see the tops of them, and my 10 is in the other room, but that's how that's going to go. Oh, maybe I did that wrong with this. I was thinking it probably should have been on this side. Doesn't matter. Either way, it still wraps up like that, and I am ready to travel with my crochet hooks. So there you go. Bit exciting. On my woolen outer part, I measured that when it lay flat, it looked sort of like that. So it had sort of this circular base, and the sides came out like that. So I know that this is a bit bigger than my woolen outer, and what I've done is cut a circle to match the inside of my outer, put that there. So when I was matching up my base and my outer, or my base and my sides, I noticed that perhaps I had miscalculated, and this and this, these are all a bit bigger than I imagined that they should be. So I folded the base in half, and I've joined with a pin the base there and the base there. Then I've folded the base in half and found halfway point between here and here and joined with a pin, and so that's how I know this is not going to fit really well in here. So I've decided to do a basting stitch. This basting stitch will be able to come out later. So I figure if I just do big, you know, big stitches, this is definitely my scrappy episode. I don't mind. It's all about the fun, isn't it? So I'm going to be drawing this in till these sides all match up and then pinning it. So it'll be a bit gathered in the base. And I think always an insert, I mean, if you're doing it really perfectly, you would cut it all together and cut it perfectly, but I found a whole heap of old knitted, or crocheted actually, stuff that I had been just playing with. I'd been making fun designs and not thinking too much about what I was actually making out of them, just trying different stitches, like little swatches, I guess. Okay, so I'm back to the start. I think I'll get a bit longer pins actually. Pin these. So all the quarters will be pinned. Start to draw it in till it all matches up. I'll pin that. So it's gathered. This part will also be inside, so this will be the inside of the bag, and then the inside of the crocheted bag will be inside facing this. So the outside of the crochet bag won't have any bits of wool or anything showing or hanging out. When this is all stitched, once again it's on the machine just for ease of it, because I have to do quite a few edges, like I stitch an edge and then I overlap. Well, I haven't got an overlapper, but then I am doing a zigzag stitch, so that's going to be my stop it from fraying, because this edge does fray a bit. And so I want to do that all the way around here because I don't want it to be fraying. All right, so there's enough now for it to be stitched around, and then have the zigzag as well. And I'll be back. Okay, I'm just pulling out the basting cotton. And I've gone around the edges. So on the inside, it's a good vessel. It's quite open mouthed, but here is my bag. And so I had a circle crocheted, and then I thought, oh, I'll just start again on the edge of that circle that was already crocheted. And I started to go round without adding on, so I came up a bit on the side, but then I realized I had all these pieces, so I'll just go through. So I had a piece like this. I think I might have been thinking they were sleeves, so it's crochet or double crochet depending on where you live. We call it double crochet in Australia. So I was very confused about treble quite a few videos ago, but I didn't realize that America and Australia have different names for them, which is kind of odd to me, but I think I was doing a treble stitch here because I liked this openness. So there was one piece like that. There was another piece that was just the same, so I've put it sideways. There was this piece which had a little pocket. So I was just playing, I was just mucking around, playing with shapes and forms and ideas. There was this longish piece which had these, it was this way and it had these danglies, but now I've put it up the other way and made the danglies look like little curly whirly loonig shapes. And basically I have just gone around and joined each part in and then finished off with a row around the top of the blue. I love this grey and blue. So I realized it's quite a big floppy bag. It's like a big floppy super duper sun hat. But I wouldn't be probably using it out on the street as a handbag, but it's very nice to use for projects. So this is how it's going to be. So I haven't even tested this, so hopefully it's not an absolute mess. So this is a very big floppy vessel, and that's okay. That's what it'll be like. And Kate, if you're watching this, this is definitely inspired by you. And I will see you on Tuesday at Green Door and show you it. So that's where I'm up to. My thought about this is that I'm not sure whether I want to line this as well. I don't think that it's finished. I could just hand stitch, and that's probably what I'll do, hand stitch all the way along. I might fold this under and hand stitch that edge so it's all joined, but I think it's enough of a good, you know, it's not a perfect fit, but it's enough of a fit that it can be used for my craft projects. And quite an interesting vessel for sure. So I hope you like that. I will do some more work on it and come back and show. Sorry, so I think this video was a little bit bitsy. I'm just trying to get a couple of a couple of these projects done enough to take them up to Green Door for a couple of hours stitching with the girls. And yeah, this is what I think I'm going to do all the way around. Yeah, I'm a bit undecided. So it's, in terms of it being a vessel for Roxy's, it's not really been a lot of slow stitching, but that doesn't mean that it's not something that I'll be using for slow stitching. So I'm not going to finish pinning it right now. I just wanted to show you how it looked, because I still want to trim these back inside. I think I finished off, I've tied off and threaded in and cut off all those loose ends that were inside from the joins. But I just thought you'd like to see another type of vessel that was inspired by the Roxy girls. And this is the crochet hook I used. So I wanted to use a large hook with a very loose, just soft, so it was loose and soft. My tension can be a bit tight, but I think it worked really well. And this is what the wool was. It's like a mohair mix. I just love it. And I love that blue. That's one of my favourite blues. So there you go, another idea for a vessel. So I hope you enjoyed that, and my little crochet case, my scrappy crochet case. And thank you for being here once again. And next week, can't guarantee what day there'll be an upload, but there will definitely be footage of my trip to Bright. I'm going to see some things in the Highlands. I'm going to stay a night. So I'm actually doing 2 night stays, then the Green Door, and then on the way back I'm going to stay at one of my favourite places for 2 nights as well. I'm just giving myself me art retreat, happy time, and that's a very enjoyable prospect to look forward to. So once again, thank you for being along for the journey. I look forward to next week. I don't know if you can tell, I'm very excited. And I will see you in the next one. Bye for now.